Alright, let's get swapped over. And get it to recognize Elden Ring. Come on, come on. There we go. So, we're going to be on a slightly lower energy stream as usual. This is in the off hours time. Let's crank the music down to sort of butt rock levels. There we go. But we have more to explore. So, let us find where to go. Oh, I should say, in terms of off-camera stuff, I have not killed any bosses. I've not done any of that. All I have done is gone off and populated some of the sites of grace. And I also took the time out to mark the map with things where I know where they are, but they wouldn't necessarily otherwise show up. So we've got a few places to pick from. And I'm personally thinking that maybe we explore over to this area of Caelid. Because I know there's some loot hanging out around here, and especially Celia, where I'll be able to get another flask, because I can get another golden seed. Yeah. Okay. West and south. Yep, there, down there being the Church of the Plague. And here, Helpful Spirit Spring. Okay, let's head on down. This is nice. Just taking a relaxing ride. Sorry, I'm still in that weirdly reflective phase. It's nice to just take a little road trip though. Grab a sacred tear, completely ignore this woman. It's alright times. Oh, no, not that way, not that way. Okay, they've forgotten about us. Nice. Let's keep on trucking. Now, I believe... Yeah, there's Celia the town. So we need to, like, peel off... Actually, a little bit higher north. Then we'll be able to make our way down. I want to say there's big rocks spawn around here, so I'm going to be very careful. Just tow it on the edge line. Okay, no big rocks. Good to know. But I'm mostly interested in Sploring because that continues our ability to hoover up random things and continue to play as wrongly as possible. Uh-huh. Okay. I can do that jump, yeah. And back around. Nice. Nab a golden seed, because why not? Hi? This is not normal. Oh. Okay, there's not normally mimic tears up here. Nice. Nice. So Celia's been changed as well. Okay. We shall continue exploring. Cerulean Tear Scarab. It looks like they've changed out the... Yeah. They've changed out the Rotten People and the, like, Invisible Sorcerer dudes. And changed them out instead for... Nox folk, I want to say? Yeah. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? Mint, I think, honestly, you might be the only one here. That is the first chat message I've seen. I do remember that you have to light these. Next decade in orange text. Nobody tell him. That's nice though. I like that. We've got folks who've been sticking around but just vibing. Fascinating. Are you all gonna fall for this? Gentlemen, there's a bridge. Okay. All right then. You have fun now. Grab the rock pot. Thank you. Throwable status effects are always fantastic. Scuttle on up here. Celia is a weird idea. The whole, like, you gotta light these beacons and then it drops force fields in the town and whatnot. Always been an interesting one to me. Ah, balls. I see. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright then. Come on. There we go. Double slash. It'll do. Oh, I should mention, on the topic of Ashes of War. I don't know why my horse disappeared for a second there, but on the topic of Ashes of War, we now have the Bloodhound Steppe Ash of War. I went and visited the Knights Cavalry who hangs out on this bridge. I was expecting to do him when I started streaming, but literally without me moving, in the time it took for stream to get started, he just sort of died. Because that particular Knights Cavalry legendarily has trouble staying alive. And it seems like this mod is no exception. I don't know how he died. I don't know if maybe he walked into poison. Maybe he threw himself off a cliff this time. That poor knight has myriad ways he can die. Oh, blooming hell, the kazoos are back. No. There we go. Hop off the horse. Not just the kazoos, the banjo is here too. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful then. When the banjos appear, things go bad. Such as that. Okay. Let me pass. Let me pass. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, fine. We'll just stab it. Okay. Yeah, filled out the map a bit. Visited a few ruins that I hadn't already been to. But otherwise, haven't really done too much of note. Oh, hello. Bit of loot hiding down here. Hello, what you got for me? Salian Seal Breaker. Okay, that is 100% new. Hi. What are you then? Are you not a... You're not a weapon. What is it then? Can release Master Lusat from his confinement. Uh-huh. Okay, then. Happy Marten Day. Happy the day it is to you, too. Take the opportunity and quickly nab your Sight of Grace. And I've only just realized this is new. This wall is not normally here. Haven't even had caffeine yet and I'm energetic. Oh, well done, Lydia. Doing far better than me then. Rotten stray ashes, which is exactly what I was here for. Thank you. So what is this about then? Oh, no. Nope, nope, nope. You just took my horse away. Nope. You kidding? I'm not going to walk around in there. That's the rot swamp. Oh, balls. Hi. Was not expecting that. Just looked down and suddenly saw massive balls. That was not what I was expecting. I mean, I was trying to escape the dog and then just sudden steel in my face. Alright, sneak around you. Yep, yep, yep. Gallery, how you doing, buddy? Let's start your quest off. In dire news, we have lost Joe Cat. He started doing Warhammer miniatures. Oh no. Also, good day, Grohl. How you doing, pal? We're doing some off-hours exploring. Okay, I can get rid of that marker because I've done that one. Get rid of that marker. Get rid of that one. Why did I mark over there? Actually, come to question, what did I mark over there? Actually, the blues is nice and all, but let's switch to some country. Since we're in the countryside. Okay, there is music. Yeah, this is nice. So, whoa, Megashkomon. So Rooster Teeth has been shut down. Okay, when you say has been shut down, that sounds like it's come from externally. Not they just like collapsed or exploded or whatnot. What happened to Red vs. Blue? I'm determinedly trying to use my lower register today so it doesn't hurt my throat as much. But it was more that just kind of got to me. They were bought by Warner Brothers, then Warner Brothers tried to sell it off unsuccessfully, so they closed them down. Uh-huh. Interesting. What? Well, I mean, it's not exactly like... Now they're trying to sell off the specific properties Rooster Teeth had. Interesting, okay. Apparently Rooster Teeth went bankrupt and some of the employees learned that it shut down and lost their job via Twitter announcement. Eesh. Oh, hi, Dragon. Let's not hang around here. Imagine trying to sell Red vs. Blue off to someone who isn't Microsoft. I mean, yeah, that one does confuse just the tiniest little bit. Oh, hey, like, guys who make Halo, do you want to own the, you know, arguably biggest fan piece of marketing Halo's ever had. Hold on a minute, there's not normally a town here. I gotta say, I'm kind of digging Convergence versus Elden Ring. Like, from a world design perspective, there's just more population, you know? There's also that Omen Killer there. You see nothing. I'm not here. Nope, 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 nope. Nothing going on at all. No, sir. I mean, you can tell that I'm a little bit appreciative of the environment changes. I'm slow riding my horse. I never do that. You were about to say Convergence because we're listening to country, but it just sounds wrong. Yes, indeed, which is precisely why I had to emphasize the count. We already angered one of the devs last stream by just me playing the way I wish to. We don't need to anger them anymore by accidentally insulting them with a sea bomber. Convergence is the Convergence mod where you play as Count Dooku. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Oh, timing. Nice. Okay, so what are you then? There's not normally just treasure chests out in the wild. Gilmere Lava Staff. Okay. Rune of Magma, Path of the Vulcan. Oh, we found another starting area. Okay, alright, nice. Pop the Rune of Magma, see what we can learn. Lava Darts, Magma Shooting, and Molten Stride. Beautiful. That staff is a long way from home. It really is, actually. Like, that is fucking miles away. Yay, 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 yay. And as Next Decade says, I say pissed off because it's a funny way of phrasing it, but it was less pissed off and more just like they got themselves tied in a bit of a knot about like, no, you're supposed to play it in one pathway. It's like, I'm literally playing as the class you put in that doesn't get a pathway. Other than like an vague indication of a couple of armor sets. That's what the prisoner class is. So yeah, I'm going to pick up whatever isn't nailed down and use it. It's like, but you're supposed to specialize. You'll need 60s in order to be able to use things. Yeah, I do that in base game Elden Ring. Most people do. Like any build video I could ever find, for example, on YouTube or whatnot when I was experimenting for Deathless. Like, 60 in your attack stat is considered the baseline, because that's where the soft caps start kicking in. And that's not even starting to count for some decent vigor, some decent endurance, etc. Like Hundo 50, 2 Hundo, that's around about a decent starting point for many a class. And then it's not that much of a gap to be able to just max out the rest of the stats. Also, I'm one mortal man. I don't have the time to play the game, however, like 25 or so times over it is. For each class that they've made. It's genuinely faster to just grab one dude and load them up like a pack mule. I mean, let's face it, we are preparing. Thank you for destroying me. We are genuinely preparing for Casually Deathless 2.0, so it's kind of along the lines of, you know, It's not like we're gonna lose any... It's not like we're gonna lose any runes. Wonderful. Many bananas. Thank you. Thank you. The bloom is still on, so we get a little bit of a banana glow. I think they expected that. With the amount of stuff they changed, people would prefer to lean in and spec into 1 build per run, maybe 2. I mean, there's an open class. There's an open class. That's the way I see it. There's a class that doesn't specialize in anything, and specializing in nothing, specialize in everything. That's the one I picked. That's the one I'm playing. As far as I know, I'm still playing the intended way. I'm the class that starts with nothing, so I will hoover up everything.
I love you.
Late to arrive, but I finally managed to cheese Melania to death.
Oh, well done, Cubson. Also, I'm sorry. I think I seem to have accidentally infected you with the Elden bug. Most online builds go for the whole meta and that set rune levels like 120, 150, and so on. Yeah, that is true, but that's mostly for the PvP end of things. I mean, like the sort of, oh, this is a totally, great PvE build that will chew its way through bosses. Oh, this will set you right up for the DLC. Like, they're still casually talking about, oh yeah, push your strength to 80 and your arcane to 60. I mean, that's... what, 140 levels in just those? Technically 120 levels if you started as the Wretched, so you'd have 10s and everything. But that's not even starting to account then for leveling any endurance, leveling any health, etc. Elden Ring's approach to level ups is so wildly different from Dark Souls as a series, where you'd kind of hit a cap and then pretty much stop because it was just unfeasible to get the amount of levels out of the amount of gameplay. Given the amount of gameplay in Elden Ring, there's a bit more. the sheer density of fucking people, tombs, bosses, random places to run around. I remember even hearing one guy pointing out, like, every Souls game has the spot where everybody levels up. Elden Ring has 5? Just through sheer scale. Oh, no. Okay. That's also why I haven't looked up leveling for Dark Souls. Yeah, unfortunately, you try to look up any sort of early game tips or whatnots for any of the Souls games, and you will just get immediately thrown, like, this is the objective best way to do it, but it's right at the end of the game. And they seem to forget that not everybody is farming for PvP, and sometimes people want a bit of a boosty through the game. I still recall that Demon Souls capped out at 40. 25 was like halfway point having a 20. Yeah, exactly. Having 25s in things was once the standard. Having 60s in things is the expected for Elden. I mean, hell, sorcery builds are even worse. Like, oh, if you're rocking anything underneath an 80 in int, you're not doing it right. Like, wow. Excuse me? Like an 80 in a magic stat, not even one that's helpful to help me, like, hold weaponry and whatnot. So what's the solution when I run out of mana? Thankfully, Convergence came along and fixed that, because they added in the ability to regenerate mana. Which I think I'm going to actually need to use, because this guy refuses to stop throwing little knives at me. But yeah, in the nicest possible way, even if it is your mod, let people play the way they'd like to, please. That's seems like a decent shout. You've basically made an expansion pack, and some people would like to enjoy that. And unfortunately, I exist to confuse. Oh dear lord, I just realized I recognized this cavern. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that is one hell of a thing to realize you recognize a copy-pasted cavern. I'm sorry that has happened. Nope. Okay. Also, I do think when one is trying to not die, if at all possible, one does have to adapt their playstyle a little bit. Because you can't, for example, use my favorite strategies, such as just slamming your head against a problem until it goes over, because I can't afford to die over and over. I can't spend 5.5 hours against Melania. I get one fight against Melania. What is actually down here? Is this the... Normally this would be the do list, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, there he is. I also love how you've spawned with your own theme song, sir. Fook! So my theory is, I'm sticking with a frosted spear for now, and a fiery dagger, because the fire on the dagger resets the frost condition, meaning that we can just cycle between freezing him and setting him on fire and bleeding him over and over. And that's generally how we will be attempting to proceed. And every now and then, we've got a little bit of black flame that we can just throw on to knock him around. Ah, boom. When it comes to From games, I'm still stuck at the Glock Saint. I love the game, but damn if it isn't frustrating to fight him. Took a week or two break. The Glock Saint? You're gonna have to help me. Which one's the Glock Saint? Saint Ishin. Is it? Oh, right. Okay. Who pulls out a gun in phase 2? I'll be honest, I have barely any memory of fighting Ishin. Because I fought Ishin in such a terrifying panic that I think my brain has removed it as trauma. Just panickedly running away from the guy at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. Yeah, it was weird. Howdy Ed, your avatar looks like either a very cool Jedi or a Christian version of Alucard from Hellsing. I'm not seeing the Helsing in any way due to lack of hat, but that's just me being weird. Fair enough. It must be the glasses. Ah, yes, because only one character in fiction has ever worn glasses. Not knocking you, Alpha Orb, just knocking the internet as a whole. Lord knows we know that they see like one trait and it must... Well, in fact, hell, we're playing one right now. Dark Souls. Everything is the Dark Souls of XYZ. To the point I was even able to flip it on its head the other day in Seth's chat, where he was pointing out the demon souls you heal by eating a bunch of basically grass. And so I said the demon souls was truly the Resident Evil of healing systems. I should check if Crash Bandicoot still has the Souls-like tag. True. True. Fucking Crash Bandicoot got considered the Dark Souls of platforming for a while. Oh, it makes me sad. Has anyone ever said this is the Dark Souls of baking or this is the Dark Souls of chess? I mean, there is that one kid. There is that one kid who suddenly got expected to battle a Grandmaster. That I would say is the Dark Souls of chess. Like boss music and everything. Oh, no, no, I remember you. You're the fucking bleedy bastard. Thank you, Finger Hunter Yura. I do not trust or like this invader. He is a bleed-based build with double Reduvias, so he's clearly on New Game Plus. I have no shame in just stabbing him with this. There we go. Okay. Dark Souls of platforming. People really don't recall the NES era, do they? Sadly, probably no. And I'll be honest, I think it's the NES. Hang on a minute. Give me 2 seconds to look up a NES controller. No, not a NES controller. What's the one I'm thinking of then? Yeah. There's one thing I would say is that the N64 controller is the Dark Souls of controllers. 100%. There is no question on that. And I don't mean that in the sense it's difficult. I mean it in the sense of, like Dark Souls, it's made completely batshit given current sensibilities. The whole thing with Dark Souls was that it was very mold breaking, etc. And pushed things in some confusing directions, not all of which worked. And that is the N64 controller. Why was there a stick in the middle? I'm just coming back to that. Just why? Why? Who did this? Who signed off on this? Now, why would a man go into a cave like this? Because in a cave like this is an old friend. Patches! Hey, how you doing? Nice.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. Through and through. What do you know? You're tarnished, like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? An innocent mistake, I assure you.
Oh, it's an innocent mistake, is it, Patches? It's alright, forgive and forget, because I need you to be a shop for me.
Frankly, so don't be, I'll be ready to. Like, you're already there, dude.
Thank you very much, pal. Let's actually switch that over. There we go, Dark Bat for the redeem. Thank you. Sneak around in the corner here. Maybe Patches is gay. I think, honestly, given the choice of options, I'm going to presume that Patches is probably more bi than straight gay or straight. Only reason being that he sort of describes himself as, you know, I'm a man of the people. Oh, wheel and deal. And so, yeah, I don't think he'd tie himself down to any particular type.
Well, nice on a big hand. Welcome, you won't need it.
Patches is patch sexual. Yes, no, that one's canon. He's patch sexual. Buy Margit's shackle because that'll come in handy. Old pickled foul feet. I'm not going to use it, but I'll pick up a parrying dagger just in case. For some reason it comes in handy. Again, you got to adapt your playstyle when you're trying not to die. You pick up everything that is not nailed down.
Well.
And then he teleports us away to a bear. Which may be reinforcing the gay theory, but we'll see. What's up, Halson? How you doing? Don't mind me. Grab the armor, thank you. He's still after me? Doesn't seem so. Sneaking around the corner. Oh, no, there he is. You see nothing. I roll stealth. I mean, you are a druid, so you've probably got high passive perception, but I'm hedging my bets here. Ah, fantastic. Okay. Sneak into a well. We shall sit down so that I don't accidentally press something and throw myself off the lift. How we doing today, folks? We doing good? Little thing in Verdict today. Some ACs have side grades to standard parts that the pilots modified themselves, like adding extra armor plates, but decreasing weight, and you get them by defeating the user. God bless games with customizable armor.
If D&D druids could turn into bloody moon bears.
I mean, like, it's probably emblematic of the fact that I was introduced to TTRPGs via a homebrew game system. But I'm a firm believer that a creature is just a stat block. And if you want to create if you want to just agree with your DM that I am a druid who exclusively turns into bears, I just turn into bears of various shapes, sizes, and densities. So instead of changing into mice, you just change it to a tiny little weeny bear. Instead of changing into, like, a brontosaurus, you just turn into a fucking gargantuan bear. You can do that, because at the end of the day, they're just numbers. All we're doing is moving numbers around on a sheet. You don't even have to change the stats. Just say it's a bear that has these stats. It's honestly the greatest form of weapon shopping I ever experienced. And I'll say that. It was purely just, here are the stat blocks. You basically purchase the stat block and then decide what your weapon is. One-handed, you know, strike damage moveset. Okay, we've purchased that one. I'm going to say this is an iron pipe. Okay, a little bit of flavor about how the shopkeep goes and finds you a length of iron pipe. Fantastic. Later on, you want to add fire damage to it? Just tape some cloth around it and set it on fire. There you go. Turn into a koala. Yeah, you want to be a druid that turns into a koala? Fucking take the, whatever it is, like the cat's stat block, and use that. That's quite a lot of dudes made of clay. I'm just going to go round you fuckers. Large smithing stone, thank you. I think another of the starting areas is down here for somebody. So let's have a quick investigate. I seem to remember there's like a dragonkin sorcery or something down here. Why does this tune remind me of the start of Teenage Dirtbag? It is not just you, Lydia. I'm hearing that as well. Her name is Noelle, and I have a dream about her. No, I can't make it fit with the meter. Damn it. They've changed it just enough that you can't just slap the lyrics on. 1 glass and half an hour. Gets into talk. He doesn't know who I am. It's like someone needed a royalty-free version of Teenage Dirtbag. Like and I wish I could get on this train. The trains of people who with eerily close Benny Hill Show themes, Yakety Sax. Like if I could find a good, reliable one of those, I'd get so much use out of it. My God. Hold on, that cave isn't normally there. Oh, I'll get to you in a second. Oh, hello. Reminds me of a time when acquiring the Find Familiar spell by several people in D&D campaign turned into an impromptu Pokemon battle. Yeah, like, I'd argue Familiars maybe you kind of do need to stick at least with a closely relevant stat block. Because, for example, having a crab that can fly or whatnot would start getting a little bit strange without some interesting lore implications. But yeah, like most of the time, TTRPGs, it's just numbers. And if you're having fun with numbers that are shaped one way, but flavoring it a different way and saying it's a bear or saying it's a, I don't know, giant furry wasp, then go ahead. Fucking knew it. Faint rune of the dragonkin. What are you then? Frozen crag bolt bubbles, and frozen lightning armament. Oh, okay, that does sound nice. I mean, I'm already wielding a frozen lightning spear, but you know, we could make it even more frozen and even more lightning. Lighten up a bit. Don't boo me, Lydia. You know I make sense. What is that? Oh! Okay. Alright then. Okay. Ooh. So there are lightning landmines. Okay. Good to know. Can I open this? Path of the Underworld Mage. Weapons of the Underworld Mage. Okay, so we've found the starting area of the Underworld Mage. Okay. And this is kind of what I mean. Like, I've got the freedom to go and pick up all of these path things. That means I've got the freedom to follow all of them. Path of the Prisoner literally just says, here's 3 sets of armor. No. I want a little bit of Necromancy, I want a little bit of Underworld, I want a little bit of Volcanist, a little bit of God Celebrant, a little bit of Monica in my life. Sorry, no. I was trying to hold it back. Especially since the easiest one in Elden Ring that would fit the meter is a little bit of Melina in my life, which nobody wants. Nobody wants a little bit of Melina in their life. So you're basically playing Elden Ring like most people play Skyrim. No! Do I look like a stealth archer to you who's used the restoration loop? Hell no. That's a classier way of putting it. Yes, Chachu. I want a little bit of everything all of the time. A little bit of Elden Ring all of the time. Dark Souls was a tragedy and Bloodborne was a crime. A little bit of Elden Ring all of the time. Would that make the song a white woman's Instagram? Who is the white woman in that song, do we think? Do we think that's Melania, or Rani? In universe. Or possibly even Renala, actually. It feels like Renala's Instagram would be very much like... An open window, an avocado. Yeah, that feels like Renala. Ranala, Queen Ranala's Instagram. Ranala, Queen Ranala's Instagram. I don't know what... this is what you've done. You've triggered off a Bo Burnham mood. How fucking dare you? Now I'm going to end up listening to Inside again. Then I'm going to feel really sad. Again. My off day. I did not need this. Alright, we got 2 more spots. Alright. Frozen armament needs 16 int. We can work with around that. We can also set our feet on fire, apparently. Interesting. I say Inside makes me sad as an album. Hilariously, I think one of the songs that probably makes me the most sad on that album is unironically White Woman's Instagram. Mostly for the breakdown where she's, like, quote-unquote talking to the memory of her mum. And sort of, like, saying how her life's been going and, like, I love the memories of hanging out with you on the front lawn. I've got a job. I've got an apartment, I've got a boyfriend, I think you would have liked him, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like, unironically, in the midst of White Woman's damn Instagram song, that part almost makes me start wanting to cry again. Every time. Because I do that for Dad. I can't stop myself, it just happens on autopilot. How do lava pools work with rivers? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Let's use the lava staff. Why not? It just it just sort of gets stuck. It also lasts forever, Jesus. Wow. Are you planning on turning off at some point? Okay. That was like a good 30 seconds though. Nice. Although holding the staff, we now are on heavy load. So let's shave that off a little bit just quickly. Hold up, there's not normally a Yggdrasil over here. Oh, that is cool. Alright, quickly for the uninitiated. Normally, you are meant to run around this area and, like, light a bunch of these sort of pillars. And in doing that, it'll then say, oh, something is happening at the Hallowhorn grounds. Then you go over to the skull of a deer, touch it, and it teleports you to a custom boss fight. That's normally how it goes in base game. In Convergence verse, there's just a boss arena here, and I'm guessing it's probably with the same boss, which means I'm not going to walk in there just yet. Okay. Let's say... I think you still need to do the braziers stuff. Well, the braziers, as far as I can see, aren't there. I mean, there's normally braziers around here. Unless they've changed it out for these braziers, maybe they're slightly more noticeable. Doesn't appear so with these ones. But yeah, normally there's like big white stone towers, and then you have to sort of touch them at the right angle, and then the fire ignites. But I can't even see the one that's normally meant to be around here. Trigger off the lightning. Scary balls. Okay, nothing over there. Right, there is an unlit brazier, technically. Do we like this one? No. Stab a ghost in the bum. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There is a pathway over there, though. Hang on a minute. Not familiar with that. Hoover up a gold pickle foulfoot. Thank you. Ooh, ouch. I do love the scale of their bullets, though. Yep, thank you. As far as I know, I'd put a tree between me and you, but apparently not. Basically. Get your Anno Londo bullet bullshit out of here. Nope, you stop that. Well, I don't know what it is, but you stop it now. Oh my god. There's more of yous. No, I'm stuck on a rock. I'm stuck on a rock. Horse! Haha! And away! I wish to horse. Alright, so you don't put a line of braziers and a couple of archers around here for no... Do you mind? Fuck off. It wasn't even you shooting me. Okay, it was your friend. Sorry. I feel bad. I've judged you too harshly. Right. Sir, please. Teleportation. Aha. Nobody expects the sudden blood. Really? Every time I try and deal with one of you, another one starts fucking shooting me. Right. Where's your friend? Finding up on the... Running arrow, thank you. Fine, I'll come up there and sort you out myself. As far as I know, you're all ghosts. You're already, like, extinct. I don't want to extinct you again. I will. Oh my lord. Will you stop playing Ghost Recon over here in the corner? Stop it. Stop it now. I said dwellers. Stop it now. That's not what I need right now. No. I do not need to be hum-hahing. Another one. Where are you all coming from? I mean, literally at the trees. I understand they're coming from the trees, but... Primus, I'm dealing with lag for some odd reason. Have you considered... Maybe it's lag. I know that's an out there concept. But if you bring such statements to the communal couch, you will be ripped for them. That raises a question. Why are there quite so many goats over there with you guys? I'm grateful that you're getting stuck on them, but... I'm still confused where the goats even came from in this scenario. Oh my god. It's just a herd of familiar... Oh yeah, they were having one of those familiar Pokemon battles from earlier. The problem was that everybody turned up with a goat. And so nobody knew whose Pokemon was whose. Okay. Shepherd of goats. Okay. I don't know if you meant to link that. I wouldn't assume you would mean to link that with the Avenged Sevenfold song. But as a Call of Duty Zombies boy, I'm familiar with the Avenged Sevenfold Shepherd of Fire. And now it's just Shepherd of Goats in my head, and I can't get rid of that. You know my name, Shepherd of Goats. Why? Rocket Head. Oh, that bloody song. Yes, it is a fucking banger. It is a banger, but I do understand that, like, it's one of those bangers that as soon as it's mentioned, your brain just goes, oh, no. Because you know that once it gets in there, it's not leaving for like a good 10 minutes. If John had a familiar of his own, what would it be? Clearly, PS1 Hagrid. Because PS1 Hagrid is the ultimate wingman. He will be with you no matter what. I mean, who else are you going to call on? Treo? Vanny? Vanny couldn't give two shits. Treo is off chasing a drow that is not interested in him. And then PS1 Hagrid's just like, don't worry, I've got your back. Me, my book that inexplicably makes all of my stats the god tier that they deserve to be, and the Doom Blade. Tiny dwarven Doomslayer. God bless him. More smithing stones. There's a lot of whistling going on, and I'm starting to worry that they're summoning things, so I'm going to ride in a zigzag pattern. Apologies for any travel sickness this causes. It is kind of hilarious that Hagrid is supposed to be a giant, yet you consistently make PS1 Hagrid a dwarf. Look, there aren't you know the games I've played. Solasta doesn't have any giant races, nor does bloody Baldur's Gate 3, everybody's golden calf baby. It don't have them. Maybe I wanted to play a Goliath, but no. What's your favorite magic style? To be honest, I don't have one yet. Convergence is basically what I'm using to try and talk myself around on magic. I normally do not engage with magic in Souls-likes. So this is an interesting experience for me, and I do appreciate that Convergence put in options for the melee person. I do sincerely appreciate that, but I'm trying to pick up everything that isn't nailed down and try and do a sort of general mancy. So I will be trying to experience. We've currently tried out lava sorcery, a little bit of death sorcery. I'll roll incantations in there as well, because otherwise it gets complicated. If we're talking about base game, I did dabble a tiny little bit with the dragon incantations, solely so that you could get some status out of them. It was just a reliable way to do Scarlet Rot, but other than that, that was purely for damage. I had no other. Should try and nab Comet Azure. I don't think I'll nab Comet Azure. You know what I might nab, though? I wonder if the Sword of Night and Flame is still in this game. That would interest me. Oh, hang on. That's the way to the Great Jar. Wait, how does the Great Jar work? The Great Jar would normally give you a talisman. Talismans don't exist here. Is he going to give me a token for a talisman? But then that means a lot of PvP. At least 3 PvP fights. Ooh. I mean, I could be really silly about it. Okay, I'm going to try and be really silly about it. There is a way through those lads that doesn't involve fighting them. It's just rough to execute, and I think I will have more trouble than I'm giving myself credit to expect. Sir, please. Please, sir. Get off the rock. none of us know where we're standing anymore. This is... You've fallen inside the level geometry. Oh, what? I'm half in a bloody wall. Just gonna poke you in the shin. Can't be bothered getting up there for the crit. Meanwhile, you were a spike... Ow! Hello, how you doing? I did so well dodging you for most of that. Standing here, where the fuck am I even standing? I don't think I could have done that shot better if I'd planned it. Head up. Every enemy is a pigeon. I mean, yeah. Deep down, we know this to be true. But sometimes you can stab the pigeon's weak point for massive damage. They're just pigeons wearing very convincing disguises. Yeah, I mean, transmog is a thing in this mod. So, yeah, maybe the pigeons which got really into the transmog scene. Alright, Stompy, alright. Really? Back to hacking at your kneecaps then, I guess. Kneecaps? That's nowhere near his... Ed, what are you on about? That's nowhere near his knees. Look, I'm having a moment, alright? Right, there we go. Okay. Let's go see the Great Jar. Flock of pigeons in a trench coat using transmogs. Ah, of course, yep. On me. Chuck a heal. Then you quote-unquote talk to the jar. It summons the summon signs. Okay. I don't think this will work, but I'll give it a go. This used to work. It probably doesn't still. If I fall off, I will be quitting out, just so you know. Because again, by any means necessary. That's it. You just come over here, mate. And off he goes. That's one. Appears it does still work in Modland.